You are listening to the Free Spirit Astrology Podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Free Spirit Astrology Podcast. I am your host, Brandy Williams, and welcome to Scorpio season. Let's take a look at the astrological forecast for this week to see what the cosmos are up to. On Monday, October 21st, Mercury in Scorpio trined Saturn retrograde in Pisces at 13 degrees. And on Monday, the mind could have felt pretty clear. We could have experienced a lot of deep thoughts about our emotions, and that is continuing this week. Exploring our feelings, deeper truths, and deep seated fears could have emerged. We could be uninterested in small talk this week because we are more focused on the long haul of things. So many of us may want to have profound conversations with someone we trust, talking about our feelings and things we are discovering about ourselves and others. Saturn retrograde in Pisces is our spiritual wizard, our Gandalf, our Mr. Miyagi, and he is supporting us to navigate our emotions with structure and in a grounded way. So Saturn is showing us the reasons why we are looking at these deeper truths and guiding us to the answers. Saturn is also helping us make new acknowledgments and realizations about ourselves. This could show up in the form of a coaching session, a talk with a therapist, or a talk with a trusted loved one, or even some self coaching. And Saturn is showing us that the deeper we look, the more truths we will be seeing revealed during this season. Tuesday, October 22nd, the Sun in Libra squared Pluto in Capricorn, both at 29 degrees of their signs. And the 29th degree is known as the anaretic degree, the critical degree. I like to think of this 29th degree as the boss fight at the end of a video game level or some sort of demonstration of wisdom promoting us to a new level. So with this transit, the parts of us that we know and identify with are going up against our shadow selves, the parts of us that are disconnected or repressed from our self-awareness. And so we're really coming face to face with the hidden aspects of the unconscious. We may need help navigating this transit. So if you are a healer, therapist, coach, or a shoulder to lean on for somebody, you may be given some extra assistance, support, and compassion, guidance during this time. And we may find ourselves giving ourselves compassion and seeking assistance to move through something deep as well. We could be experiencing a shift in focus or perspective in terms of our purpose or our sense of self, our identity, seeing all the places where we've been suppressed and given our power away. And something could be ending. Something pertaining to our one on one dynamics or choices that we've been making, because Libra is the scales and it deals with the energy of one on one relationships, contracts, making choices, and commitments. So we could see another wave of serious changes occurring in relationships and partnerships, or we could be making a decision about something. With Pluto and Capricorn, we could see transitions of power in the world, the workplace, or within ourselves. We could also see the indiscretions or hidden motivations of a powerful figure or an authority figure being exposed, especially as we build up to that big Mars-Pluto square happening on November 3rd or 4th, depending on where you're located. So the awareness of things that are hidden, mysterious, or hard to understand will become clearer during this week and really throughout a Scorpio season. And we are being encouraged to lean into the discomfort and to know that discord can reveal more of what we want by experiencing what we don't want. Later on Tuesday, at about 5:15 p.m. Central, the sun officially moved into Scorpio. The sun in Scorpio shows us how to go deep into our own emotions, the hidden, dark, secret places. Also, how we begin to trust and accept our own selves, come into our own power, and merge with others into their emotional experiences. So this is a time where we tend to go deep into the darkness of our emotional waters and into the hidden places within us, looking at our fears and facing what we've been avoiding. So the legend of Scorpio has 4 animal archetypes that represent her evolution: the scorpion, the snake, the phoenix, and the eagle. The energy of the scorpion emerges beneath the ground, fearful and defensive, vengeful, and stinging anyone she feels is a threat. Then the scorpion becomes the serpent, representing the shedding of the past versions of herself. She then becomes the phoenix, rising from the ashes, burning away her previous identities, and finally evolving into her full power as the eagle, flying above it all with the ability to see everything so clearly now. So during Scorpio season, we get to see what we have transformed through, how we were pushed into new versions of ourselves and how we are showing up more powerfully. Scorpio energy helps us own our past and to understand the roles our past selves played in our transformation, which is why Scorpio energy is also associated with therapy and counseling. Scorpio is ruled by the planet Mars, who is in Cancer right now, but will retrograde back to Leo in early November. So during the first part of Scorpio season, we are going inward and looking at what we've been holding on to, examining the armor and shields that we've been using to protect ourselves against emotional harm, and observing the triggers that activate us. We can think of this experience as a clogged pipe that we are examining to pull out the blockage, allowing the emotions to flow with more ease. Thursday, October 24th, Mars in Cancer sextiles Uranus retrograde in Taurus, and this is asking for some sort of switch up in our daily routine. We may find ourselves doing something exciting that breaks us out of some sort of stagnation. We could be meeting up with someone who brings us new perspectives or creative insights about something. Something exciting could be coming into our daily routines and creative pursuits, and we could experience the big breakthrough that we've been waiting for. Then on Friday, October 25th, Mars in Cancer trines Neptune retrograde in Pisces. So Neptune is coming in supporting Mars in Cancer, who could be really reactive and on guard about something, especially because Mars is in his shadow period, getting ready to retrograde. So Mars can be very emotionally reactive. Mars is going to need some support. And so Neptune is taking Mars out of his physical energy and helping him tap into his inner warrior, nudging him to listen to his intuition and to trust that he is not alone and he doesn't have to do something alone. He doesn't have to take it on by himself. You may need more downtime this weekend, so let yourself lounge in bed and ease into next Monday with softness. We may need extra support or feel more inclined to support others with this transit. So if you need to talk something out, please talk it out. Don't go at it alone. Don't try to shoulder it all by yourself, but also be aware as we are helping others of jumping into savior mode. This elusive transit can bring forth a big yet subtle ego trip. So let's go ahead and put those capes back in our closets. Finally, Saturday, October 26th, Chiron retrograde in Aries will make a trine to Jupiter retrograde in Gemini, and this is where we find the gift in the wound, leading us to more self love, self acceptance, and compassion for others. So, a quick recap: we are going deep and getting serious about our emotional world this week, serious about our shadow work. Let someone hold space for you because you don't have to go through this alone. The past versions of ourselves are showing us why something had to happen and how we've transformed because of it. Embrace the dark sides of our emotions. Be on the lookout for a switch up and creative breakthrough. Look for the gift in the wound. And let's end this week with a peaceful warrior and a nap. That is all I have this week. I hope to see everyone next week for our discussion about the new moon and this big transit with Mars and Pluto. Mars is opposing Pluto next week. We're going to get into it. Might be crazy, might not, might be exciting. So I just want to thank everyone for tuning in this week. If you would like to book a reading with me, I will leave all of my information in the show notes. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you all next week. Bye bye. You are listening to the Free Spirit Astrology Podcast.